Hey, you guys, let's do the cold tabloid magazine tonight and try to relax so we can fall asleep. There's a gum I'm chewing tonight, by the way. Super bubble gum. They're making fun already right out of the box. They're making fun of Dolly Parton's skinny legs. Oh, and if you're a movie star, don't ever put your fingers by your nose, or the paparazzi will spin it that you're picking your nose. Black China's. Oh, brother. Sadly, 83-year-old Star Trek siren Nichelle Nichols appears to be boldly going to her final days. Live long and prosper. I think she's 83. I don't think there's anything wrong with her. I think she looks good for 83. Here's we have Mickey Rourke, 50 Shades of Grey, in his gray workout street clothes. Very cool. Demi Moore, they're saying, has she seen a ghost, or is that just her plastic surgery? She looks fine. Billy Buster, Tim Robbins, the star of Shawshank Redemption. He looks more like Baskin Robbins these days, as he must have eaten all 31 flavors. And here we have, remember that show Cheers, Norm, Cheers, George Wendt. He's in trouble. He's like 383 pounds, and doctors and his friends say if he doesn't do weight loss surgery, he'll be dead. Terrible. And that he needs to come to grips with his problem. Now she's digging his own grave. That's breaking news. And now we have celebrity news. Hoda. You know Hoda from the Today Show, that lady. She's the host. She's moved in with her boyfriend, Joel. But don't tell her mother, or her mother will. I don't know what she'll do, but she's afraid of her mother. Excuse me. Oh no. This is the cover story that I don't know if it's true or not, but I'll tell you about it. See, it says exclusive. So, I'm always torn between these stories. They can't be a lie or they get sued. So, even though I don't want to believe it, there's a little 1% of me that knows it has to be somewhat true. So, it says, Michelle's revenge on hated Hillary. Obama's wife sabotages Clinton by leaking medical secrets to Trump. Now, President Barack Obama had to order Bill to stop flirting and get on Air Force One. He blows his stack at Blackmail Bill. President Obama is convinced that Hillary and Bill are out to tarnish his legacy, especially Obamacare. Michelle orders leak of sex and money sins. Team Obama is determined to expose Hillary's mountain of mental and physical illnesses. So, I don't know, it's the cover story of the Globe. And it's an exclusive. So, I don't know. I don't know what to believe. viewers from across the pond, if you could chime in on this. I love it when you guys from the UK and everywhere chime in on the royal. Now see, they're saying this is a world exclusive. That squatting is a no-no. Queen Elizabeth looked on as Prince William crouched down to tend to George, and the peeved queen gestured for her grandson to stand up. So, there has to be some leg room with royalty and children. I'm sure it might be partially right, but when you have children around, are you allowed to break the rules? Here's a little book, Mother's Little Helper book. The modern mothers, as she drags the royals out of the dark ages with her childbearing mission. Prince William's wife found inspiration in the Modern Mother's Handbook. Kate, age 34, mother of George III and Charlotte, 17 months, even sent the New York City author who published a book anonymously a thank you note saying she was touched and extremely grateful for the advice. The manual integrates old-fashioned values into today's society to ensure that your kid doesn't become a royal pain. Nature's Healing Moments watch. Oh, that's a pretty pearl gold-plated watch from Bradford Exchange. Lucky to be alive. The grizzly mauls a hiker, and then the grizzly comes back for more. Oh my goodness. Each bite was like a sledgehammer with teeth. The hiker had bite and chew wounds all over his body, and Todd was left with a 5-inch gash on his head. One bite on my forearm went to the bone, and I heard it crunch. Oh my gosh. After 2 attacks, Todd was covered in blood. Now this is a real life story. I think I saw him on TV news. Todd or... oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Suddenly the bear stood up and then just walked away suddenly. Oh, maybe it was a guardian angel. That's like a miracle. That's a total miracle. I think I saw him on the news. Celebrity buzz. Jeff Bridges. I guess he's wondering where's his Hollywood star. I'm not sure. Brad Pitt and Gwyneth Paltrow together for therapy. So I guess Brad Pitt is talking to Gwyneth Paltrow for therapy. Cameron Diaz blocked her face as she left the Lasky Clinic of Beverly Hills Plastic Surgery Center with her husband Benji met. this is terrible. Lindsay Lohan, the fickle finger of fate. Mean girl Lindsay Lohan faced a mean enemy on a boat when she was in Turkey. An anchor line ripped off her ring finger and required a rush trip to the hospital. Oh my goodness. Oh, I hope she's okay. I can't even read stories like that. I really... Woody Harrelson decided to investigate how to ride a bike while in Zurich, Switzerland. I didn't even recognize that was Woody Harrelson. Jitterbug flip phone. Hugh Hefner's sad last days. Cover story. Hugh Hefner's sad last days. A frail 90-pound Playboy legend turns tragic recluse after being trapped in his wheelchair. His son Cooper hosted an annual bash, and his father, Hugh Hefner, did not attend. Although someone bought his infamous mansion, Hugh Hefner is allowed to live out his last final days there. He's so desperate to keep his health a secret that he is hidden from the public eye since May, and guests are forced to sign a legal document banning them from discussing his condition. And a source who says, seen him, says, his shocking decline has turned into an invalid. He's a shell of his former self. He can't even walk anymore. Bill Murray's a dumbass. Bill Murray is a first-class jerk, according to shocking stories in a new book detailing the Caddyshack legend's bizarre life. Gina Davis. 10 things you didn't know about Gina Davis. Gina Davis had her own sitcom called The Gina Davis Show. It lasted for 1 year in 2001. And she also speaks fluent Swedish. Saturday Night Live. Pete Davidson, I need weed to be funny. He says that pot helped him cope with disease. Bradford Exchange, these little Christmas ornaments of Thomas Kincaid. True crime. Demonic doper left rats to eat her grandmother. True crime story. Evil witch kept a 93-year-old prisoner in her own bed. Jamie Dawn Loomis has been put away for 6 years. And Nola Motor was a living feast This girl will spend the next 6 years in prison for the outrageous neglect of her 93-year-old grandma. Who was eaten alive on March 41 was hit with a sentence after trying to beat the ram by claiming she was so drug addicted from Xanax and nitroglycerin pills that she forgot to care for her grandma. Oh, the grandma died of dehydration and malnutrition and bed sores. Comfort corduroys, $15. True crime, umbrella bandit takes a licking. New York's umbrella bandit killer. He's been on the run. A fugitive been on the run for 13 years. Thanks to an umbrella left at the Xerox Federal Credit Union heist, they got his DNA and they tracked him down. I guess he killed his mom and some other guy. A robber's jacket may have helped his heist, but they get a DNA match by tricking him to seal an envelope. And he left his DNA, which matched his umbrella. Oh my goodness. There's $1,500 off walk-in tub. My mom has one of those. She really likes it. Fashion Verdict by Casey Madden. Oh boy. Carrie Fisher gets a 2 out of 10. Thandie Newton gets a 1 out of 10. I don't even know who that is. Julianne Margulies gets an 8 out of 10. Oh, that's kind of pretty. Amber Rose gets a 1 out of 10. Chloe Savigi gets a 2 out of 10. Jessica Alba gets a 10 out of 10. Kaylee Kudko gets a 3 out of 10. And Diane Keaton gets a 0 out of 10. Now, this is a lady, Jessica Alba, got a 10 out of 10. I would have given this lady the 10 out of 10. I don't know who this Casey Madden person is. Photo 5? Okay. Tom Hanks. Katharine Hepburn. Not Al Pacino, it's the other guy. Hoffman. Dustin Hoffman. Marx. Groucho Marx. Is that Jack Nicholson? Morgan Freeman. I'm not sure who that is. I think it's Jack Nicholson. That's Bridges. Bo Bridges. I think that's Lloyd Bridges. That's a famous guy. Oh, McQueen. No, I can't think of that guy. But Marilyn Monroe, an accent lab. That's sold by the Bradford Exchange. Jennifer's Baby Heartache, Wrecking Marriage. Friends, Siren, and hubby lost test tube Todd. Celebrity news. baby was a long shot to fix things between Jen and Justin. Jennifer Aniston believes that Brad wants to reunite with her. This has a source, but she's confused and conflicted, and losing the baby has only intensified those confused feelings. 47-year-old Jennifer Aniston suffered a tragic miscarriage in her second month of an IVF pregnancy. Jennifer's rep denies that she was pregnant and suffered a miscarriage, and also dismissed claims of marital trouble. But insiders say there's a big problem. How to be, oh, here's Simon Cowell. He's not afraid of ghosts. And he's seen things and heard things, but he's not afraid of ghosts. And here is Bob Marley's youngest son is turning an abandoned prison into a pot paradise. Damian Marley planned to grow a pot business in California inside a abandoned prison and create 100 jobs. What does this say? How to beat constipation naturally without dangerous laxatives. Call 1-800 for your special opportunity and information. Boozer Goldie goes overboard. There's another cover story. Goldie Hawn, longtime lover Kurt Russell, is missing. Goldie strutted hand in hand with Richard, carrying at a benefit, and was later seen with Michael Caine. Michael Caine? Binge drinkers are much more dangerous than traditional alcoholics. And here she is. In 2012. Her antics have been out of control since 2012. She was a drunken stupor at 4:30 a.m. and couldn't get her act together. So apparently this has been going on. These drinking bitches have been going on since 2012. Health report. Tattoos battle disease. Ink with nanoparticles may help fight MS, Graves' disease, and arthritis. Oh boy. Americans declare victory over measles. It says that measles has been officially eradicated in the Americas, the first continental region to squash the vicious virus that preys on young children. Thanks to vaccinations, measles are no longer a threat in North and South America. Look at this pretty royal sapphire ring. Wedding set, the color of royalty, the royal sapphire. Isn't that pretty? That's offered from Concord Collection. The two-piece set for just $85. Chelsea Handler zaps her wrinkles. Oh, remember this Anton Yelchin? The Star Trek actor Anton Yelchin was crushed by his Jeep Grand Cherokee when the car dealership says it's Cherokee's fault that he's dead. Remember that? That Jeep Cherokee lunged out of park into reverse and crushed him between his gate and his vehicle, and he died. That was terrible. Here's a cool pillow. Sit pain-free. Therapeutic sciatica pillow for $10. Dreamproducts.com. Sciatica pillow. Straight talk. Crooks clean out Kim. Kardashian supposedly got robbed at a swing Paris apartment. Oh, I think we all heard about that. That may have been a hoax. Tori Spelling has to pay up. American Express wants their $38,000 bill paid pronto. That's terrible. Her dad was Aaron Spelling, who was just made all the fun TV shows. I always think of Love Boat. There was a guy, I think, that got Love Boat going. Crossword puzzle. Horoscope. Puzzle. Diana Ross is playing mom to Michael Jackson's kids. Diana Ross aims to guide Michael's kids away from the pitfalls of fame. Oh, that's nice. Blanket Paris. That's nice. And she keeps a promise to Michael. Ben Stiller cheats cancer death. Funnyman Ben Stiller has dodged the Reaper. He was diagnosed with a deadly prostate cancer. He underwent surgery, and he's now cancer-free. Thank goodness. Nightmare Before Christmas jacket. For Bradford Exchange. Kurt Cobain's kid is a hoarder. A darling daughter of the late Nirvana frontman Kurt Cobain and Courtney Love is a pack rat and a shopping nut. Frances Bean Cobain, age 24. She's in a nasty divorce. She's addicted to online shopping, and her house is an unbelievable hoarder's nightmare. She's been forced out of their home. Killer. Alzheimer's eating O.J. Simpson's brain. Another brain virus. Caged creep suffering memory loss, confusion, and blinding headaches. The 69-year-old is serving serious time for robbery and kidnapping. They say that he was acquitted of Nicole's murder, but found guilty in a civil case. O.J. Simpson is suffering from a cruel mental decline as he's rotten away in prison. A friend says he has brain-ravaging Alzheimer's. He doesn't have a clue who he is anymore. He's 69 years old. He just sits there and talks to himself. He doesn't know anything about me, he said. OJ says his memory is slipping and he gets painful headaches. He has blurred vision and he stutters. Sometimes he has trouble hearing. At times he feels confused and has unusual bursts of anger and depression. Blair.com. Get stretch pants for $20. Reverend Billy Graham's deathbed vision. World exclusive. Miraculous message from the other side. Ruth and Billy Graham in 1989. She died. There's a picture of them in 1989, and she died in 2007. And Billy gets support from his son Franklin, walking 2004. So what is this miraculous message? So, this inspiring story from a close friend telling the Globe that the 97-year-old holy man is very much at peace after having a vision of heaven that reaffirmed his faith and hope. His wife, Ruth, said, was part of the vision. Billy said that she was so real he could almost touch her. She looked at peace and was absolutely beautiful. She told him that heaven was paradise and that it is everything they'd ever dreamed of. But most of all, she told him they would soon be together. Ruth's comforting words put him at peace. He has missed her so much and lonely without her that it was like a miracle to see her again, and it touched his heart. He never fully recovered from her death, and his own health went into sharp decline after she died. Sadly for us, he's ready to go now and be with the Lord and his wife forever into eternity. And he asks people not to shed a tear for him because he knows there is hope for forgiveness and eternal life. And his new vision has made it even more clear. Look at how pretty this is from the Hamilton collection. A love blessed by the angels. Isn't that pretty? Hamilton collection. Tabloid Friendship Club. I'll have to do another one of these. I don't know if I'm going to be able to continue doing these. They just get crazier and crazier every time. Melrose Place brainwashed viewers. There was a secret political message where they were hidden in the props. They're saying that there was a quilt that revealed the formula for an abortion pill. The sheets had a bunch of condoms in them. Oh, brother. Love notes trigger Haley's conviction. Haley Atwell made the producer's dream come true. The head honcho at the new ABC headquarters. Oh, she's going to be the star of this new show coming up on ABC. So I guess this new person at ABC sent her these letters, and they're hoping she's going to be on this new show, Conviction. Exchange. The Classified from the Globe. It almost looks like the Classified from the Inquirer. Demon Child. Elementary School okays a club sponsored by the Satanic Temple. This is a real life story. Evangelist leader Moshe, as Steve says, this club will fizzle out. Hellraiser Academy, that's the unofficial nickname for a school that is opening its doors to the devil. It's Sacramento Elementary School in Portland, Oregon, has agreed to allow an extracurricular club run by the Satanic Temple. Even more shocking is the Satanic group has been creeping into other schools as well, claiming that it's providing an alternative to Christian organizations. And they're advising school officials and parents not to take the bait by provoking school administrators into shutting down all after-school programs. Currently, the Lucifer lesson at the academy is scheduled for just one day a month, at the same time that the Christians are meeting, and the Good News Club assemble. The Good News Club teaches children that they are inherently sinful and condemned to death and hellfire if they don't convert to Christianity. And this is just an alternative to that club. Oh boy. UFOs caught visiting a space station again. Alien craft in close encounter. A haunting blue light has been spotted in space for a third time in less than a year, hovering dangerously close to the International Space Station. For decades, scientists have been searching for signs that alien life exists, and this visual evidence offers further proof. The Globe revealed in April that another UFO was filmed hovering near the space station, but NASA mysteriously cut the feed. Two UFOs were caught weeks earlier, buzzing around the space station. And September 30 reveals a video on September 30th reveals a gleaming blue UFO hovering around the Earth's orbit. I don't know what to believe. First ever hugging monkey, little monkey from the Ashton Drake Gallery. Hellacious monks and hot pens. Oh, there's a flashback. John Snyder. And she's got Daisy Dukes from the Dukes of Hazzard. Remember the Daisy Dukes? I should tell you about I have so many little Hollywood stories I should tell you. John Snyder. His daughter went to school with my girls over in Thousand Oaks, California. And apparently, he would always come to pick him up, and it was him, and I didn't even know it was him. It was kind of funny. Oh my goodness, Omaha steaks. These Omaha steaks. I can't even tell you how delicious these things are. They come in the mail, and you would think that's something that came in the mail. How could it be good? For $50, look what you get. 2 filet mignons, 2 top sirloins, 2 boneless pork chops. It's called the Family Feast. And this is a special ad. You guys, you gotta try Omaha steaks. I can't even tell you how delicious they are. John Snyder. He had a daughter, and this is the funny part. My one daughter who knew about it, my other daughter at the time was going to a different school, but my one daughter, like she could care less. She knew the daughter, she knew that her dad was a famous actor and came to pick her up. It was like no big deal. But to me, I grew up in the 60s and the 70s here in Southern California, and Hollywood and movie stars were like just such a big deal to me. Then after I found out that I'd been walking around and seeing him in the parking lot, picking up the kids and saw his daughter, and then after the fact, I find out that that's who it was. I couldn't believe it. Anyway, that's my John Snyder celebrity story. Well, you guys, let's see. Oh, this is what I was going for. I always save the personal ads, the Sheila with Friendship Love for a video all by itself. Seriously, they get crazier by the week, and I don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to do those ads without hysterically laughing, but anyway, these are the classifieds, and it's all about astrology. So there's 1, 2, 3 and a quarter rows, columns of astrology. A little blurb about books, and one about of interest to all. They have an electronic word remover and a way to get a new ID, free catalog. Then they also have chat dateline, 1-800 such and such, secret encounters. And then they have book, the Healing Loving Promise book. And they also have